Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This week I'm going to show you my current favourite winter makeup look, which is what I am wearing now. I basically ran through all the products that I use and that kind of thing. It's how I achieve this look. It's something that I have been going for quite a lot recently, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Carry on watching if you want to see how I did this. I love that I put this Christmas tree up just in time for you guys to not be able to see it because I'm doing a zoomed in video. But right, let's get cracking. So the first thing that I'm going to do is foundation. I am using a different foundation to what I've used in previous videos, and it's the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25 Hour with Comfort Serum. So it's this one here with the red lid, and I am 200 Soft Beige. So I'm going to get that popped on for a start. Now, nobody judge me, I have dirty brushes. It's that time of year where I've just got no time to be cleaning them, which is sad, so let's not judge, but, you know, it's not making me break out at the minute, so we're okay. Now, as always when I'm doing these videos, please ignore me if I look down this area here. I do have a little mirror so that I can kind of see what it looks like and if I've blended enough, things like that, because my camera doesn't always show me. So I will be checking it down there. Okay, perfect. So that is all of my foundation blended in. I'm now going to go in with a little bit of concealer. I don't have, thankfully, any blemishes at the moment to cover up. I've got like a couple of tiny little ones on my chin that show through foundation, but I'm used to my skin being really bad, so I'm not going to take the time to cover these up anymore. I'm just going to leave them be. What I am going to use my concealer for is redness. So I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I have a lot of redness around my nose and I've got quite a bit here at the moment. So I'm going to pop my concealer on. I use the Collection Lasting Perfection, and this is number 2 Cool Medium. If I was to use it under my eyes, I'd be using number 1, but because it is for my face, I use the slightly darker one. So just pop a little bit of that on to my redness areas. Pop a little bit on my forehead as well, because that bit always goes a bit red. I always look super crazy at this part. Right, and then I'm just going to dab that in. And I forgot to mention that the brush that I'm using whilst doing this is a Jessop's brush. My friend got these just off eBay. I think they're from Australia, could be wrong. But yeah, I really like them. They're really dense and I feel like they do my makeup just really well. Okay, now onto my under eye concealer. As in previous videos, I'm using my Beauty Pie one. So this is the Beauty Pie Super Luminous Concealer, and it is in shade Fair 100. So I'm just going to pop some of this on under my eyes. I am very tired at the moment because I'm ill, so this is a key part of my makeup at the moment. I also, with any that's left on this little sponge on the end, I also go down at the bridge of my nose, pop a little bit back on my forehead, and then Cupid's bow and below my lip. So just pop that on, and I'm going to use this fluffy brush, which is from Real Techniques. I don't know if it's got a name. Oh, this is a contour brush, but I like to use it for concealer. So I'm going to dab this in. Perfect. Now I look human and not half asleep, which is always good. So I have quite oily skin, which I think I've mentioned before. So I always have to go in with a powder, predominantly in the T-zone area, but I use it all over my face. And again, as I've used before, I'm using my Beauty Pie powder. This is the Velvetizer in Light 200, and I've quite seriously hit pan on this. So I'm in dire need of getting another one, but I'm going to wait until this has run out because I really enjoy using it. So I'm just going to pop that over my eyes first to set that under eye concealer. And then over the rest of my face. Okay, great. So I've now got like my full base on, which I am happy with. It's covered a lot of the little imperfections that needed covering, and it all around makes me look healthier, which is so important, especially because it's that time of year where everybody's getting ill, myself included. So I'm now going to go in to add a little bit of like definition to my face, because at the moment I am just a beige blob. So I'm going to go in with some bronzer, but I'm going to use it as like a bit of a contour and a bit of a bronze, if that makes sense. And as I have been using the entire time that I've been doing makeup videos, as well as when I used to do the blog posts. I'm using my trusty NYC, which is the Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder. I don't even know if you can still get this in the UK. I can't find it online anymore. They used to sell it in Superdrug, don't know if they still do. I've well and truly hit pan on this, but I love this so much. The colour is so good. If there's anyone watching these videos that has tried this and they've found like a good dupe, not that this is expensive, but like another version of it or something that is just as good, like with the colour and stuff, please let me know, because I'm in desperate need of one. I've got quite a few bronzers, but I always end up going back to this one. So just a little bit as a bit of a contour, and then just to bronze up my face. Just to give me a little bit of definition. Oh, and brushes, I always forget to mention brushes. This is an Avon brush, and it is, well, it doesn't have a name on it, but I think it's just their angled brush. I've had this for a while, and I do really like it for contouring areas, so perfect. Now, blush is one of my favourite steps kind of all year round, but especially in winter, because I go for something a little bit brighter. So I think I've mentioned this on my blog. I don't think I've mentioned it on my YouTube channel before, but this is my favourite ever blush for this time of year, and it's a MAC one, and it's called Pinch Me, and it's this colour, which looks quite drastic for a blush. I love it so much. It's like a really pretty like pinky red colour, and I love it for this time of year just to add a bit of colour to your cheeks. I often just kind of end up being this beige blob and I need a bit of colour, so I'm just going to take a little bit of that, pop it on my cheeks. The pigmentation on this is amazing as well. I don't know how well it'll show up on camera, but I can't put too much of this on because otherwise I look like I've been attacked by a small child doing makeup. So, and the brush that I'm using for this is a number 7 brush. It's from their Christmas kit a couple of years ago, and I really like it. Don't actually know if you can see that in camera, but it's so pretty and it just blends out really nicely. I've actually, because I've been looking in the camera, I've put a little bit too much on, so I'm going to go in with the brush that I used for my powder, and just blend out the edges so that it doesn't look quite as harsh. So before I do my highlighter or anything, I'm going to go onto eyes. So I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit further so you can see my eyes. Ooh, super zoom, like crazy super zoom. Hope you guys can see alright because the lighting is a little bit funny. But the palette that I'm going to use for my eyes is a little bit different to what I normally use. I don't think I've mentioned this in a video. And it's the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. I started using this again when I was in Dublin and I love it. I don't know why I haven't used it more. So this is what I've been reaching for kind of this time of year recently. So this is what it's like inside. Obviously it's upside down because of the mirror. And the first colour I'm going to go in with is this one here, which is called Push Up. And I'm just going to take that on a flat brush. Again, it's dirty, don't judge me. This is the Zoeva 220 Luxe Grand Shader. And I love this for packing colour onto my lid. So I'm just kind of putting my brush in there, and I'm just going to go in and pop that all over my lid. This is such a nice champagne-y colour. It doesn't show it too much in pan, but it's really nice and champagne-y. Now that that's all over my eyes, I'm going to take a fluffy brush and just blend out the edges. This is a Morphe brush, which is from, I keep dropping them. This is a Morphe brush, which is from a set, so it hasn't got a number or anything on it, but it's just a standard fluffy brush. And yeah, I'm just going to go in and soften out those edges. Even if you're using a really like subtle light shade, always helps to do this. Just so it's nowhere near as harsh. Okay, and now I have got my base colour on. All I do is pop the colour in my crease. I don't like to go too drastic, but I just think this adds a really nice bit of definition. Obviously, because it's me, I've now got something in my eye, so sorry if this one starts like twitching and going funny. So the next colour that I'm going to go for is this one here, which is called Erotica, and it's just a nice kind of dark brown with a bit of glitter in, and I'm taking it on this flat brush. Again, this is from the Morphe set. It's just a flat brush. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that and pop it really lightly in my crease. I find that because I've got hooded eyes, I can't go crazy with like dark bits and definition and things, so I just like to go nice and gentle and build it up. So I'm just popping it in the crease and then into that bottom corner as well. Like, I don't know if you guys can see, actually you can see the difference just in my eyes there, because this one obviously hasn't got any on yet. So just go back and pop it into my other one. It's always worth checking as well when you're doing makeup like this. I'm currently using the little mirror that's in this palette, but I also like to look far away as well, just to make sure that it looks the same from far away as well. Perfect, so I think I've got those fairly even. So I'm going to go in with the same base shade again on the flat brush, just to add a bit more into the inner corner and centre. And then I'm going to go back in with fluffy brush to blend out the edges. This is even more important now because I've got that dark shade on, so just to blend out the edges and make sure that everything is nice and smooth. I don't know if you can tell in the camera, but the difference between these two eyes, just because I've blended this one, is insane. So keep blending. Now I'm actually going to go a little bit out with this, which I don't normally do, and I'm going to pop a little bit of Erotica on my lower lash line. There is a tiny bit that's dropped onto this, which is why this eye looks so much darker. I'm just going to pop a little bit on. I'm just using a flat brush. This is actually quite a dense one. Pop that in, and I'm also going to pop a little bit of push up on as well, just because again that's fallen down on my other eye, so just to even them up a little bit. And then because I've popped that on with a dense brush, I'm going to take a fluffy one and just blend it out a little bit. Now I don't do this very often because my eyes are really temperamental and they always leak, like I always get watery eyes, so I try not to do it too much, but it does always look so much better. So the last thing that I'm going to do is pop a highlight colour in. So for that I'm going to use this one here, which is a big one, and it's called Silk Teddy, and I'm just going to be a bit naughty and take it on my finger and pat it into the corner. And then take one of my fingers that hasn't got anything on and just blend it out a little bit. That's just lightened that eye up so much. So now that my eyes are done, before I go in with mascara, I'm going to pop some highlighter on, because I'm going to pop it on my brow bone, and I don't want that to go really funny or anything. I'm going to keep you guys zoomed in. I hope that that's okay. So the highlighter that I'm going to use is different to the one that I normally use, and it's the MAC Skin Finish. I'm finding this one just a little bit more gentle for this time of year, which I, want to go for, especially because I've got makeup on my eyes. So it's just the standard MAC Skin Finish. Again, I'm using a Morphe brush. This is a bigger one, it's like a flat one. I'm just going to swizzle that round and pop it on my cheekbones. I don't know if it'll show up in camera, but it just gives such a lovely, subtle highlight. And down at the bridge of my nose and under my eyebrows. Now, as I've mentioned in the past, I don't put makeup on my eyebrows unless I've got a really full face of makeup on, because they are semi-permanent. I've had them microbladed, so I am going to leave my brows as they are. If I was going out with even more makeup on, I would colour them in a tiny bit, but I don't feel like it needs it. Okay, so it's now time to go in with mascara. I've just had some lash extensions taken off, as in I had them taken off yesterday, so I'm feeling very bold at the moment. I'm going to go in with the one that I've been using quite a lot recently, which is the Beauty Pie. And this is the Uber Volume Boost Mascara. I do really like this one. I wasn't too sure on it when I first got it, but I do really like it. So I'm going to go in with this. Now this has got two sides to it. Don't know if it'll show on camera, but one side has got long bristles and the other one hasn't. I always go in with the long bristles first on my first coat, and then second coat I go in with the shorter ones. So I'm going to be using a little mirror for this, so sorry if it comes into shot like this. But get those lashes back out. And there we go, that is my eyes done. Thankfully you can see my eyelashes, which I am very happy about. So while I'm zoomed in, I'll just do a quick little, slight close eye. This is what my eyes look like. Now to say that I have really hooded eyes and don't have much lash kind of stuff going on, I do really like this mascara, and I think this look really suits my eyes and my eye shape, and because of the golds and stuff, it's just really festive. So now that that's pretty much all of my face done, I'm going to go in with my lips. Now, I've used a couple of colours this time of year. It just depends on what I'm feeling like. I'll either go for a nude, or I've got like a pinky red that I like to go for. But the one that I'm reaching for at the minute is a little bit darker, and it's this tiny little Colourpop sample that I have, and it's the Colourpop Ultra Satin Lip in Frick and Frack. Now, I wore this in my last video, and I just really like that it's so dark, but it's still quite kind of pinky purpley. I'm always one for a dark lip. I'd always go for dark over like bright red. So yeah, I'm going to go in with this, and I mean, I've spoken about Colourpop before. I love them. They are by far one of my favourite lip products, like companies. I absolutely love them. So I'm going to go in with this. Like, look, that's just from colouring my top lip in. It's crazy. And there we go. That colour will stay there for about 6 hours, something crazy like that. It literally stays on for ages, and when you drink and stuff, like, obviously it does print off slightly, but not a crazy amount, which I absolutely love. So I'm now going to zoom you guys out so that you can kind of see the full look without being super close to my face. So there we go. That is my finished look. This is what I've been going for on days where I'm kind of doing things, meeting friends, that kind of thing, and I absolutely love it. I love the colours. I think it's so kind of seasonal. It's perfect for this time of year, and I just think this dark lip just adds to it as well, especially for me and my like skin tone and things. And yeah, I absolutely love this makeup look. I have been going for it quite a lot. I think it's quite classy, but still like quite a fun one for this time of year. And yeah, I absolutely love it. So thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments if there's any other makeup products you think I should try, like recommendations, that kind of thing. And let me know what you would like to see next week, because obviously next week will be like my main Christmas video. So let me know what you would like to see next week. And that's everything from me, and I will see you soon with another video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.